Alright, John Oaks here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania showroom. Today we are going to be going over this 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback that we just got in. As you can see, this thing is black. It is very, very nice the whole way around. We've got the steel hood with the Ford Mustang hood scoop up on top there. All of our chrome, all of our bright work, it's in excellent condition. No pitting on the chrome. All of the moldings around all of the windows and such are all nicely polished up, good and straight, no dents or dings in any of that. Body panels nice and straight all the way along back the side of the car. You can see we've got our Mustang logos on the front fenders. We also have this white stripe down the bottom edge of the door fender and rear fender here. Again, it breaks that black up there quite a bit and makes it look really, really nice. Our door gaps on front and rear of the door are all very uniform, pretty much the same, front to back, and our elevations are dead on. As you can see, body lines are all lined up just about perfect on this car. Glass is in excellent shape here too, both your window in the door, your vent window also. Again, all of your bright work around your windows is in really good condition too on this car. We've got mirrors on both the driver's side and the passenger side. Let's go ahead and open our door up. Take a peek inside real quick. We've got the low back bucket seats up front. Then you've got seat belts in just the front, it looks like. You can see two-tone interior, the two-tone theme, black dash, the white actual instrument panel there with your factory instrumentation. Now it does have two aftermarket gauges right on the center column there. So again, you're going to have oil pressure and I believe, let me just check here, that's the battery gauge or the voltmeter. So again, those are going to read real accurate for you. Factory Ford steering wheel there. And again, we've got, looks to be like an aftermarket digital AM FM cassette deck in this car. So again, the two-tone continues on the door panels as well. Black doors with the white panels in them. Everything else done in the black. The seats, the carpeting, the headliner, all of the panels throughout. So all in all, really nice car. Threshold plates look good too. Weather stripping around all the glass in the doors is all in really good condition as well. Door shuts very easy on this car. As you can see in the Fastback, you've got these vents back here. They do have the bright inserts in those too, if you can look in and see that from the side. Again, quarter panel, nice and straight. As we come back around the rear of the car here, again, you're just going to see your tail panel. You'll see the trunk here too. You see your gaps and elevations on the trunk. All of that is adjusted very, very nicely. Your rear window here, again, big sweeping glass back here. Again, you can see there's no chips or cracks or scratches in that. And again, your molding around that is in good shape. Front or rear bumper, no pitting in the chrome, looks good. You can see down below we've got our dual exhaust with a slash cut oval tip back there. See the Ford gas cap there. All of your taillight lenses and bezels of all the bright works in great shape. The lenses, no cracks or chips in those. Now we will go inside the trunk, take a look at that. So let's do that. So trunk latch pops, so that all works. The actual hinges and the spring all hold that trunk lid up. The trunk's painted that nice shiny black, just the same as the rest of the car here. And then of course, all your seals and stuff are in good shape here. Your trunk itself is in good shape. The floor, what you see of it here, all nice and solid. Then of course on this car, we've got this trunk floor mat in here. All that is underneath there is just the gas tank, and that's what happens on these Mustangs. Most of your floor is made up from your gas tank because it drops in from the top here. So again, all of that is in great shape. We're going to go ahead and close this up, okay, and then we'll walk around the other side. So again, same thing over here, nice straight panels the whole way up through. Quarter panel, your alignment from your quarter to door to your front fender are all again just as nice as the other side. Body lines all matching up. You see that white vinyl stripe along the bottom of the door as well. Now wheels and tires on this car. We've got 16-inch wheels both front and rear. These are made by Vintage Wheel Works. These are the aluminum 8-spoke wheels. As far as the tires go, these are BFGoodrich G-Force Sport tires. We've got 225/50 R16s on the front, 245/50 R16s on the back. We'll go ahead and open up our door on the passenger side. Just take another look in now from this side. You'll notice again the upholstery on the seats. There's no rips or tears. Carpeting, no rips or fades anywhere whatsoever. Again, you've got your floor shifter there for the BorgWarner 5-speed that we've got. You also have an aftermarket air conditioning unit installed in this car. Glass on this side, again, just as nice as the other side. Again, we've got that mirror right there too. Windshield is in great shape too. The matching Mustang emblem there on the front fender. And as we walk our way around to the front, you'll see how nice this front bumper is. Again, there's no pitting on the bumper. You can now see a little better there the fitment of this factory steel hood. You got the hood scoop there. All of your elevations with your front fenders all look to be in really good adjustment there also. Now as far as your grille, it may look in the camera there like there might not be one in there, but this one's been blacked out. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no cracks, there's no breaks in it. It's all very nice condition. They've just got it blacked out to give it that really, blacked out look there. So that's pretty much the exterior of the car. We're going to open our hood up next. So you can see the hood latch actually works. The hinges and springs work. So you can see the underside of the hood all painted black, just like the rest of the car. Now, as far as the engine goes, this is a 302 cubic inch small block Ford motor. You can see the chrome air cleaner with the 302 decals on it. We've got the Cobra valve covers finished off with the black wrinkle finish there. We've got kind of a stock style ignition system here. You do have an aftermarket coil on there. And again, this is part of that aftermarket air conditioning unit that we just spoke about. Now, as far as accessories, we've got power brakes. Now, this is disc brake front, drum brake on the rear. We've got power steering. It is aftermarket though. It's a KRC power steering pump assembly, and it is rack and pinion underneath there. So again, you'll see that on the underside videos, a nice heavy duty unit there. As far as your plug wires go, we do have some Accel. These are these 300 plus race wires here, so that's going to help deliver a lot better spark to your engine there. Aluminum intake on it as well, and it looks to be an Edelbrock carburetor under there with electric choke for you. Stock style radiator there, that's going to provide enough cooling for you there. And then as far as the fan, it does have a shroud on it, and it looks to be like a 6-blade fan, maybe a 5-blade there. But again, it does have the shroud there, so that's going to pull that air through the radiator and get you cooled down. Now, along with your ignition system, it has been slightly upgraded. Like I said, it's got the aftermarket coil on there. I would say it's probably an MSD Blaster 2. It's got the MSD 6AL box in here too. So that's all going to get that spark to your motor a lot better and more efficiently as well. Now, as far as the remaining drivetrain on this car, behind this 302, we've got a BorgWarner 5-speed manual transmission. And then, of course, on the back of the car, we've got an 8-inch Ford. It's a 350 gear. It is a POSI unit back there. So now that we've been around the outside of the car, we've been inside the interior, under the hood of it now. Now we're going to go underneath the car when we get it on our lift. All right, so we're underneath our 65 Mustang Fastback here. We're going to go through the underside on this car. This thing really looks well underneath here. And just kind of point out to you what we have component-wise: steering, suspension, braking, and then our drive line, of course, and then looking at our floors and frame. So on this car up front, we'll start with the suspension. So we've got a strut rod style suspension, adjustable strut rods on this as well with the Heim ends on it. So again, that's going to move nice and free for you. You won't get any kind of binding or anything like that. And there'd be no bushings in this to really wear out. It's bolt-in Heim ends. As long as you keep those lubed up, they're going to last you for a while. Your control arms though, your upper and lower control arms, those are going to be stock components. And then you have what you see here is power rack and pinion steering. So a nice heavy duty unit. You should be able to steer this car like nothing. The tie rods on it, again, these are nice adjustable with Heim ends on those as well. So you don't have any greasable bushings or ball joints. You just want to keep those lubed up with probably like a nice, you know, good Teflon lube or something. That's going to keep those going for you for a long time. You also have the front sway bar there too. That's going to help with cornering, keep the two front corners tied together there, and make cornering a whole lot better for you. So again, that's the front suspension. Now, like I said, power rack and pinion steering. It is power brakes as well. Disc brakes up front, drum brakes on the rear of this vehicle. Now the frame sections and the floor on this car, you can see there for yourself in the camera. Everything is as nice as can be. The frame's nice and straight and square back both sides here. As far as your transmission cross member, it is a bolt-in tubular model here. Your transmission mount itself, the rubber bushing there, that is in great shape. I can see our e-brake cables here. All of the correct stuff here run all the way back to those rear drum brakes, so that is functional. The floors on this car, you can see you got all the stampings in them that would be there. Again, I don't see any kind of patching at all. All of the rubber drain plugs are all in the floors where they should be everywhere. Like I said, not a mark on this. And as far as the exhaust work here, you can see it starts with a set of shorty headers up front, dual exhaust. You've got your crossover pipe right here. It's dual Flowmaster exhaust now too. And then of course tailpipes that go up over top of your rear end housing and then exit out underneath the rear lower valance. Nice set of oval / cut exhaust tips on there. Now as far as the rear suspension on the car, we'll start with the rear end itself. This is an 8-inch Ford rear end. It's got a 350 gear in it. It is a POSI unit. And then you've got your disc brakes out here at the ends. You've got multi-leaf rear suspension. You've got a set of, looks like just regular gas shocks back here. And then of course, wheels and tires. Really nice look for this vehicle. They went with 16-inch vintage wheel works, 8-spoke aluminum wheels, and then they've wrapped that with BFGoodrich G-Force Sport tires. They're 225/50 R16s on the front and 245/50 R16s on the back of this car. So like I said, floors, all that stuff is in great shape. Drive line, besides the rear end now, we've got a 302 cubic inch small block Ford. We have that backed up with a BorgWarner 5-speed manual transmission. Do have the flywheel cover installed on that also, so you're not going to get any dirt or debris into that to cause any kind of premature failures whatsoever. Now as far as looking at your oil pan, it's nice and dry the whole way around. Transmission is super dry. Drive shaft, it is balanced, so that's going to eliminate a lot of your vibrations that you might have in the drivetrain. So again, that's going to take care of that stuff. Like I said, frame, floors, you can see how well this thing is. Your pinch welds up along the sides are super straight. So again, this thing is really nice. Somebody put some time and money into the components on this thing. Like I said, Heim joints versus ball joints. Keep them lubed up. Those things are going to run nice and free for you. You'll have no binding whatsoever there. So real nice thing underneath here to have. That's it for the underside. We're going to get this down off the lift. Open the hood up. We'll fire that 302 motor up for you. That way you can hear what it sounds like.